decision of the DPP. So for that reason, as the NPA, we cannot divulge reasons that inform the DPP's decision, nor share any factors of evidential material that was contained in the docket.
I said when they were charging Nosiviwe Mapisa Ngakula, and I said it when charges were dropped against Comrade Secretary of the then ANC, Ismahashule, to say, man, this political corruption case are very difficult to prove, and you always come up with me and to think I'm protecting people. Well, Zizi retired, he came back. Not retired is the wrong word. He resigned, he came back, and because he felt he needed this ministerial position, but he still has this thing to get out of, and he resigned. He went back to it, and now we are told that 1.6 million matter. They cannot disclose to us what is the reason why they are withdrawing. They cannot tell us issues in the docket, but people who want, who get interest, of which the interest is going to be judged by those. And if you ask me, public interest should be enough, but I'm not there. The purpose of this is to say charges, political charges. Well, it's not political charges. Well, when people get corrupted by a system, it's mostly politicians who become the face of that corruption, even though maybe they may not be directly involved, but maybe at the back. So it's going to be your front-facing people, the people who press the buttons, who are going to be jailed because of corruption. But the big wigs is going to be difficult to arrest them and get them convicted. So what must happen? Because, Zizi Kodwa, is he going to go back? Or should we wait for Mbalula to give us a statement? What should happen? I mean, corruption, man. I spoke at length, Katawaya Bulemabe. I just want us to talk, man. What must happen to this case? Who must be blamed? Who is the person that says, okay, now that you are cleared, you are going back to Parliament? Who in the GNU must give space for Zizi Kodwa? You understand? So, just to prove that this thing is not made to rubbish his name so he doesn't eat anymore. You can imagine if it were you. I always give a reference to DJ Fresh and euphonic situation. Allegations that were not even advanced in court have cost them their career, and the person who has done so is okay. So let's say you, as Zizi Kodwa, someone accused you, you lost your job in Parliament, and even worse, man, he lost his job in the executive. So what must happen? Must he go back because he stepped aside? Must he go back and claim his job back? Will President Ramaphosa give him his job back? I don't know. You tell me, and you'll understand why these people don't want their days in court, even though they claim they do. You don't want your day in court because even if you clear your name, because this withdrawal, I know it's a not guilty. It doesn't mean it's not guilty, but he's continuing with his life, but he's still held by this thing. Anyway, Machine Political Correct, let's talk. Tell me what you feel about it. Thank you.
Advocate Andrew Chauke took a decision to abandon the prosecution against both Kodwa and McKay. Now, the reasoning behind this decision to abandon the prosecution is premised on the grounds that militated the successful representations that were lodged by both accused to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Now, in response to their representations, the DPP then called the investigating officer to consult with them. This is after going through the contents of the docket and satisfying himself about what he has evaluated or assessed in the docket. Thereafter, he then requested reports from the regional head of the Specialized Commercial Crime Unit as well as the report of the prosecutor, and together with a team of deputies in his office, they then came to this conclusion, and the deputies as well supported the decision that has been taken by the DPP, that indeed there are now circumstances that changes the prospects of a successful prosecution, and therefore it would be malicious for us as the prosecution to continue with the prosecution when we now have circumstances that have changed the trajectory of this case.
Ms. Njulungana, can you just elaborate on those circumstances if you are able to do that? Zizi Kodwa, by the way, from the SABC.
Well, all that we can say as the NPA is that the DPP exercised his discretion as per mandate and his constitutional obligation. And in deciding in this matter, he had to ensure that there is fairness, that there is transparency, and as well as the fact that the decision that he takes must be in the interest of justice and also take into consideration the interest of society as well as the interest of the accused before court. So we are not in a position to share the details contained in their representations as well as the factors that informed the DPP's decision. You'll understand that in the nature of work that we are doing, any person that feels dissatisfied with the decision of the DPP may still take this matter on review, especially those who have a legitimate interest in this case. For an example, maybe the investigating officer or the complainant may ask or may approach the Office of the National Director of Public Prosecution to review the decision of the DPP. So for that reason, as the NPA, we cannot divulge reasons that inform the DPP's decision, nor share any factors of evidential material that was contained in the docket.
Suspindi Alpha Ramushwana here from Eyewitness News. What does this say about the NPA? I mean, you have been trying to prove a point to deal with corruption, be it state capture-related corruption or just point-blank corruption. What does this say about your failure to prosecute these politicians that are accused of serious crimes?
Prosecutorial decisions are based on facts, and we don't look at the individuals that are implicated in the matters, but we are rather informed by the facts contained in the docket as well as all other evidential material that we have at our disposal as the NPA. And yes, as the NPA, we have an obligation as per the Constitution to ensure that we prosecute when there are allegations with prospects of a successful prosecution, allegations that we are in a position to prove in court. Then as the NPA, we will not hesitate to bring such people before court and ensure that they face accountability. However, as much as we also have a role to play in changing society and also in ensuring that society has faith in the work of the criminal justice system.